Right, here you go with another new note today. So we have learned so far B, one finger and the thumb, A, two fingers and the thumb, G, three fingers and a thumb, and then we learned that we have to add the right hand once we get lower than G. And we learned that with our right hand, we have to have 4 and 5 to play E. Well, in order to play this new note, low D, which if you notice it up here is below the staff, it's in that imaginary space right below our staff, we have to have 6 fingers. The reason, again, we know that it is E is because when we do our musical alphabet, moving up the alphabet, we're going forward. So if this is E, we have F, G, A, B, C, and so on. When we're using our musical alphabet and we're going backward, we have to go backwards. So E, D, C, B, A, and so on. But since we don't have any more lines or spaces, we have to start kind of making them up. And that's what we're doing here is we're pretending that there's that this is an extra space. And so D is technically a space note. It's just below the staff. All right, so I'm going to play for you what D sounds like using my left hand on top and my right hand on the bottom, and really using gentle air because the lower we get in the recorder, the more important it is to be really gentle with our breath. Here we go. So there you have it, D, it's nice and low. I'm going to play all the way down from B to, starting with B, and I'm going to move down what we know until we get to D. So here's B first. A, G, E, D. And there you have it. Now, you might think it'll be easy stepping from D to E, but it really isn't. It's kind of an awkward feeling. So you're going to have to make sure that you're paying attention to that, especially because where we have D down here, it actually has 2 holes, if you notice it. A larger one and a smaller one. We don't need to get into what that all means this year because we won't get that far, but it's good to know that you have 2 holes to cover instead of 1 like we usually have. So looking at this first exercise, again, I suggest reading it first, the rhythm first, then fingering the notes on the recorder without actually playing it, and then step 3 is playing, especially when you get to that jump over here from D to G, and it's over in this measure as well. That's going to be tricky to do. And going from G to D is also not too easy. Over here we have stepping from D to E, so we're making sure that we're being very careful about our stepping as well, because that can be tricky. Don't forget about the 8th notes, our TTs. I'll read the rhythm for you and then you can practice the rest at home. Ready? And here I go. Ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, ti, 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 ta, sh, ti, 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 ta, sh. And you don't have to go as quickly as I am. You can go slower. Just make sure that you're getting, especially when it comes to these quick changes between D and E, that you're practicing that over and over. Shh. Shh. So there's a little bit about D for you. Don't forget left hand on top. We're adding the right hand when we're using 4, 5, and 6 fingers, and then gentle breath like you're fogging up a window, and don't forget to articulate 2, 2, 2. Read the rhythm first, finger the notes on the recorder without playing, and then final step is playing along. Happy practicing!